quick Starbucks Fridays. Hello. Hello.
I got what?
That's what happens when I just start the camera without telling her I'm about to start it.
Yup.
Wait, what's your username? Divine Intensity. Do you
ChasticRou.
Do you want to say you or do you want me to say you?
You can.
Okay.
I'm a guest on your profile.
Okay.
Your YouTube channel.
Okay. Hello everybody, this is Divine Intensity with ChasticRou.
Hi.
Hello, we are here today to be talking about Camp NaNoWriMo. It's going very interestingly so far, to say the least. I have about 42,000 words.
I have nearly almost 22,000 words, but I'm still behind because I'm getting a lot of writer's block. But
You're also busy with everything.
But I'm getting there. Hopefully I get goal today.
Yeah.
Or hit my goal or whatever.
My problem is I have so many other things that I want to do, like video games and driving and all this other stuff. Yeah, and like just sitting there, and I have a notebook I write down things, but I don't necessarily type them out. So
right.
I have a lot of words that are in my notebook, and so I don't count them though because they're not typed out yet. Shawn went to go put her kid upstairs, but it is Starbucks Fridays today, and it's been forever since I've done one of these videos, and I thought, you know, what better day to do it than when I visit Shawn. I'm really excited because I've been going through a lot of driving lately, and I love drives, and it's just very therapeutic and very calming, and I like to pretend to take road trips and stuff like that, and I like to tell myself I'm a neon with a hard Camaro because I'm a little speed demon, and it's bad, but you know, I'm safe around other cars. I just gotta slow down a lot. But anyway, just have to wait for Shawn to get back, and then we'll continue our little NaNoWriMo questionnaire. Okay.
Where did we start off?
How many times have you done NaNoWriMo, Shawn?
3
times total? This will
3
be my 8th year? 9th year doing it?
It's been the first time I've done Camp NaNoWriMo because Megan introduced me to it. I didn't even know it was a thing until she was like, hey, are you doing this year? And I'm like, what?
You're like, that's the thing that exists?
Wow! And so, yeah, so I've done NaNoWriMo, in November twice. 3 times, twice. I think just twice. Because Camp NaNoWriMo is my 3rd time attempting.
Oh, I see.
50,000 words.
Okay. And NaNoWriMo is regularly just in November, but they have Camp NaNoWriMo, I think, in April and July. I'm not sure when else, but yeah, there's another one in July that we could do. I know, I'm excited.
So, how did you find out about NaNoWriMo?
Okay, I found out about NaNoWriMo, I think 8 or 9 years ago. It was my 10th grade year of high school. I had a friend that I met, and her name was Courtney, and she told me about NaNoWriMo, and she invited me to the literary club that she had that met on Thursdays during lunch, and we went, and she kind of was like, hey, you should check this out on the internet. And so I went and I watched a girl called, her name is Christina Horner, and she makes all these NaNoWriMo videos and talks about writing and reading and all this stuff, and she really got me into it. And I remember the first year I wrote, I think, 100,407 words because I was really excited about it. It was really,
Damn.
yeah, it was a lot, but you know, it's just because it was my first year and I was really excited, and it was fun to have a group of people. I think it was 5 or 6 girls that we just brought our stories in and we shared them. And I remember at the end of the month we all got together and had a big bonfire and we burned our manuscripts. I didn't burn mine because I was too attached to it, but everyone else just threw their manuscripts into the fire. Yeah, but yeah, that was my first time, was because of a literary club at my school.
My first time was in 10th grade in high school. My class, I had a teacher, Mr. Smith, and he dedicated the whole entire month of November to just write. That's all we did in class was write. And it was awesome because it was in, a computer lab, and I was really relaxed, and I was like, okay, I can write about anything I want to. And that's really when I got turned on to writing and writing books and just letting my mind roam free in the wilderness.
It's all about control. With writing, you have a sense of control that you don't have in real life. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah,
and
that's
with
Pretty much.
NaNoWriMo, you can write anything. As long as it's not the same word 50,000 times, you can literally, like, write gibberish if you wanted to. I remember my first year I filled it with a bunch of, like, I think my character laughed for 4 lines, so it was like, ha 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 ha,
Oh my God.
and then it still counted as word count. It was still like 4 words, but
it's like that one page in the series of unfortunate event that said very on that specific page, and
That's all it said?
Very.
Oh.
Down one full page. I'm like, holy crap.
Whoa.
I think it was very. She was very, 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 very. I think it was.
Oh, that's what it was.
And it was just a page of berries, and I'm like,
That's funny. What was the title of your first NaNoWriMo book? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It was a while
I
ago.
know it was a murder mystery. I think it had to do with a flower.
Well then,
it was a murder
was it a
mystery
lotus?
in a garden. I don't know. This old guy, his wife passed away. His wife was murdered in this garden. He visited where his wife got killed. I don't know. I don't know.
Title of my first NaNoWriMo manuscript, it was called Behind These Hazel Eyes, literally because of the Kelly Clarkson song.
Oh, really?
Like, I came up with the idea for the book because of that song. Basically, she was going through a breakup with a dude at her high school, and she met some other friends who try to get over it, and she basically, like, becomes, like, a assistant to an escaped convict, kind of, and that was my first book. It was, like...
That's awesome.
I was very bored with my life when I was 16, I think, and so I was trying to picture myself as somebody that could do all these exciting things. Okay, Shawn, why don't you tell me what your book is about?
Well.
And this is interesting, because yesterday she told the entire thing to me.
Oh my God.
Very articulate, and I was like, what the heck? I can't even do that. Like,
It's a very, 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 a whole page of berries. Very complicated.
oh wow, you can't even speak English, Shawn.
That's how complicated my book is, dude. Like, ooh, I just explain my
There's
book
so
by
much.
things like very complicated. Basically, I've had this idea for a couple months, never wrote about it. But this girl, she's a runaway, she's surviving doing fraud because she doesn't want to get a job, she doesn't want to do this, she doesn't want to do that, she dropped out of school. So basically she does all this fraud, and she wasn't smart enough to cover her tracks, so the feds were coming after her. She fled to where she was staying. On the way, so basically she stole a car, her next door neighbor's car. It was a Honda Civic. They're very easy to break into. Don't ask how I know
I'm
this.
like, have you tried this out?
Just don't ask.
We're having an internet confession in the middle of the video. Okay.
It wasn't me, guys, I promise. So she steals the car. She starts going to North Carolina. The book originates in Detroit, Michigan. And that's so weird. 2 of my friends, one friend that moved away is in North Carolina, and my other friend's in Detroit, Michigan. Or Michigan.
Maybe
somewhere
that's
in Michigan.
where you got the idea
weird.
for it.
I don't know. So basically she starts her journey. She gets jumped along the way. This guy picks her up saying, hey, do you need a ride? You know, some hitchhiker bullshit. Am I allowed to cuss?
I don't care.
Okay. And then, so they start their journey. Basically, she finds out he's a drug dealer and blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. They decide to flee that city and go all the way to Nevada. She gets involved in a car accident. She gets pregnant. She comes back to her parents' house. I can't even with this right now.
Can't even.
I've had so much. It's supposed to be like, she does all this, he meets her, they get caught, and they go to jail. The end. But no, I have this like giant
long,
trapezoid on the U.S.
thing that happens, yeah.
And so that's where I'm at. I am currently in writer's block right now, so we'll see where that goes.
See where her book ends up. She's farther than I am with her being able to tell what your book is about type thing.
What is your book about?
Well, okay, mine is interesting. Mine is easier in a way to write about because it's about a girl that writes. So it's kind of autobiographical in that sense, where I can just kind of almost like write a journal entry about how I'm feeling during NaNoWriMo and put that in there. But basically, okay, so it's about a girl that does NaNoWriMo, only this time there's an actual prize to be won at the end of it. Whoever has like the best whatever book, I haven't decided what the stakes are, gets a publishing deal. And she gets her sister Shawn into NaNoWriMo with her after her boyfriend leaves to go move away somewhere to try to cope with the heartbreak, and her friend gets more into it than she expects and basically ends up getting published before her. I don't know if that would be considered a spoiler, but you know, that's kind of like the gist. And then after that, she kind of goes into a spiral of craziness. Like a lot of random things happen, and she starts to try to create a persona to deal with her stresses in life, and that's Crimson Rose. And after a while, she starts slowly slipping away from Ever and into Crimson Rose, and then Crimson Rose becomes like this dark figure that she becomes. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't really decided exactly the events that are going to happen, but obviously it has some aspect of kidnapping in it. I have to have that. You know, it's like, I've noticed that that's kind of like my quirk. I don't know what it is. It's like such a fascinating thing. I don't wish it upon me or anybody else, disclaimer.
Yes.
But it's just an interesting topic. Like, what would happen if my characters were kidnapped by someone that she knew? It's like, yeah, it's just, that's kind of what my book is about. Obviously, I can't explain it as well as she can. She knows more about her book.
Mine's just a complicated whirlpool of thoughts.
Yeah, but I'm excited to read it. We should have a bonfire and make copies and burn our manuscripts. You know, we should read them and edit, and it'll be so fun.
I have so many issues
We
that I
could go camping out in Susanville and have a bonfire out there when it opens. Eagle Lake or whatever it's called. I haven't been out camping out there yet. I've wanted to for years. Thank you for watching our Camp NaNoWriMo video / Starbucks Friday video.
Now look who can't talk.
I can English. Such English. Anyway, we will post again at the end of Nano to update on how it went. And maybe we'll possibly have a bonfire to burn our books. Kill it with fire!
Yes!
All the fire! Anyway, thank you for watching. This is goodbye from Divine Intensity and ChasticRou.
Bye!
Bye! Felicia? Fuck. Oh no. And so it begins. Okay, anyway. Sorry, anywho. Sometimes I have a Saoirse, I can't even pronounce her name, Saoirse Ronan accent, because she has an Irish accent and she says M instead of So sometimes I slip into M.
I emphasize my tongue too much. It's the first time I've done the Camp NaNoWriMo.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, not Camp NaNoWriMo every year, but the NaNoWriMo.
Well, this is what I was looking for. My little plate.
Oh,
yeah.
Excuse me, my god. Sorry.
That's you. This is gonna go behind the scenes.
Blooper reel at the end of the video.